Right, okay, so listen, this actually, before I go any further, yes, that is a Big Mac McDonald's hat I'm wearing. I don't know where I got it from. I've never worked at McDonald's. And I certainly don't wear this regularly, but my hair is a mess, as you can tell. It looks like shit. So that's covering up some of my hair. Anyway, I'm a bit late coming to this topic. It's not something I even planned on talking about. I'd obviously heard about it in the news, so it's a big talking point in the UK. And that is the Southport stabbings. Anyone that doesn't know, I'll read out what it says on Wikipedia. So, 2024 Southport stabbings. On 29 July 2024, a mass stabbing targeting young girls occurred at the Heart Space, spelled H-A-R-T, a dance studio in the Meols Cop area of Southport, Merseyside, United Kingdom. 17-year-old Axel Ruda Cubana killed 3 children and injured 10 others at a Taylor Swift... I can't talk today, I apologise. At a Taylor Swift themed yoga and dance workshop attended by 26 children. 2 girls died at the scene, 6 injured children and 2 adults were taken to hospital in a critical condition, and a 3rd girl died the following day. Okay, so that's what happened. Maybe the first thing you notice is it was last year. Oh, I guess almost a year ago. So why am I talking about it now? Well, just recently the guy that done it has been sentenced and he's been attacked in jail. And yeah, if I'm honest, from a personal point of view, it's actually just because of... Well, I've seen True Geordie talking about it on his channel, and I looked more into it, but it's the first time I've done that. I heard about it, and I thought, of course, like anyone else thought, that's terrible. That is a travesty. You know, there's no words to describe it. I've got 3 young kids myself. Even if I didn't, it would still be wrong. But there's no justifying it. But, and I know this is going to be controversial. But I don't say things I don't mean. Okay, so here it is. Here's my opinion on it, right? That's never going to stop. Ever. Until and unless people in general change. Now, that might sound obvious, so I'll go into detail, right? What I mean by that is, this young boy, and some people will disagree with this, but it's a topic for another day. He wasn't born that way. You know, there's pictures of him and he's smiling and he's happy, and I believe he was actually brought up religious. Not that that means you then can't go on to commit a crime. I'm just saying that paints you a picture of his upbringing. I think he was brought up a Christian. I could be wrong on that, but I know he was brought up in a religious household. So again, we're generally people with morals, principles. I just wonder if before this, because that's another reason a lot of people are speaking about it, is because the government and the authorities in his area had a lot of warning signs and they never done anything about it. I just wonder if anyone actually stopped, sat down and spoke to the boy and tried to get on with him. I wonder if he had any friends. These things have happened before, right? In America, it's mostly shootings. Knife crime is quite bad in the UK. But this is different for just a knife crime. It's a mass stabbing and it's children, you know, it's a whole other level when it's kids. But because this has happened before, I've obviously had my opinions on other ones, other mass stabbings, shootings, and I've thought, why doesn't there be a bodyguard or a security guard at these schools in some way? Even just one, because that's better than what we've got right now. And I think in America they do actually have that. So, it doesn't always stop it. But with that being said, it's going to only just be a matter of time before that security guard goes crazy, goes off his nut, before they employ a security guard with a lot of pent-up anger, pent-up disdain for the world. And that's not good, but who's going to stop? Who's not going to stop it then? We're dealing with human beings here. Right, that's my point. It's never going to stop. There's always going to be hate, anger, disdain in this world. For me, anyway, until God steps in. But that is a whole other subject, because now we're getting into religion. But it's easy to fight fire with fire. And of course, there's a lot of people angry over this. I mean, the boy that done it, I've already said his name and I actually forget, but it's not important. It was a vicious massacre, because he not only stabbed him, killed him, there was a few children that he continuously stabbed after he knew that they were dead. That's what do you say to that? There's obviously a lot of anger and hatred in the boy to do that. But why? This is what I'm trying to get at. Has anyone ever spoke to him about that? Tried to be friendly with the boy? Take him under your wing? Listen, I'm not saying that always works, but I think it's common, for me too common, to just jump to the conclusion of, he's a piece of shit, he's evil, there's no helping him. Anger. And of course, you know, there's going to be people that say, well, if that happened to your kids, Greg, I'd like to see how you would react. That's a fair point. I guess you never know. It would obviously be a different reaction. I would be totally culpable, of course. But I don't think my opinion would change. And that opinion is that this is more than just a one-person problem. It's about how you treat people in general and the knock-on effect that can have. I mean, I've heard this boy, I'm not justifying it, by the way, because you still should know what's right and wrong, but I've heard he was bullied a lot, very much an outcast. You know, that comes down to human behaviours. And then, why are those people bullying him? Maybe because how they've been treated. It's a knock-on effect, and it's a ripple effect. I just think a lot of these things that are happening would happen a lot less if we really went to the root of it. And it is how you treat people. I mean, I've heard he's been beaten up in prison and, you know, severely injured. I'm not going to say good, because it doesn't bring those children back. And two wrongs don't make a right. No, well, for me anyway, no one's going to feel better after that. I get it's tough, of course, because the boy, as well, apparently in the police van, after he'd been arrested, had said, how old was the youngest that I'd killed in the And the police officer said 6. And then he started laughing. That, it is evil, yeah. But why is he like that is my point. Maybe there is some people that just can't be saved, but I just feel like you won't know till you try. I don't personally think the boy got the best care and treatment leading up to what he done. Look, the last thing I want to do is offend anyone, and especially families of the children that died, on the off chance that they do see this. All I'm saying is, that's not a knife problem or a crime problem in that area. That's a human problem which exists everywhere, and it comes down to how you treat people. Yes, like I said, there will be some people that you just can't help, but I think that's few and far between. And even at that, I find it hard to say, because I believe anyone can be helped, really. I do believe that. But I know I'm contradicting myself, because I'm saying there's some people that can't. I'm saying that's the general assumption, that's the general consensus. I think if you work hard enough with someone, you can change them for the better, though. What happened was a tragedy, for sure. And my thoughts, my prayers go out to the families of the children. But let's take a closer look at the person who done it, and why they done it, and how they were treated. That's all I'm trying to say. I would appreciate your thoughts on this. Thank you.